Hello everyone, this is Firas. In this video, we're going to show you how to create an account for a sale to one of your customers for a vehicle, basically an account receivable. So to start, go ahead and log into your account, and once you reach the features page, as you can see here, you can go to vehicle purchases and accounts. Click on that, it will take you to the accounts page. We're going to be creating our first account. So go ahead and click on create a new account here. That will lead you to this page here. First you need to choose the buyer. Since we do not have a buyer in the system, we can create a new one. So we can fill out the information in here, and after you fill out all the information in here, the most important field is the date of birth. So if you don't fill it, it will error out on you. So you need to provide date of birth, but also it has to be 18 years of age. So you can go and select the year, you have it here. You can provide an email address for the customer, hit submit, everything looks good, it will add them here. You can have a co-buyer, so let's add another. Hit submit. Now we have a buyer and a co-buyer for this account. Here you'll be able to select the vehicle that they're purchasing. Let's say it's the 2014 Ford Focus. And here you can see it loaded the profile for you. If you need to modify any of this information, you need to go back to Manage Vehicles and perform the edit over there. Here you can have trade-ins. You can have more than one, but for this example, we're going to have a one trade-in. So let's say they're trading in a 2003 Chevy Cavalier sedan. Let's say that the vehicle, they have $500 balance owed to whoever they're paying it for, and then let's say you appraise it to $2,750. Let's say the balance is owed to Bank of America. Provide the address. Okay. Payment information. Here you can provide the sales rep that is brokering the sale. Let's say it's John Doe. The purchase date, when it's being purchased. Let's say it's today. You can notice that the vehicle price has been loaded straight from the vehicle's profile. So $9,586. Sales tax that are related to this purchase, it's a percentage, say 6.75%, or they can be exempt, so depending on your customer. This value here, I had to input it here, but in a different video we're going to show you how you can set up those information in your account so you do not have to type them in every single time. If this is a cash, you can just simply say that they're paying full price here. If not, it's financing, so you can select that and input the rest of the information here. So this is a monthly payment plan. Let's say they're going to be paying on the 10th of every month. You're going to give them a 13 payments. Let's say you can charge them a 3.89 interest rate. Do you want to include the sales tax loan in the loan? Usually that's a depending on the state you're in. Some states they have to have them out separate from the loan, or some of them they can be spread out in the loan. Let's say the guy paid $250 as a deposit, and you both agreed on a $2,000 down payment, and they actually paid $1,500, so they're deferring $500 of a down payment. It will ask you how did they pay for this $1,500. Let's say it's in person using credit card. 9685 is the last 4 digits of their card number. If there's any lien holder on this vehicle, you can provide it here. Late fee settings. The system comes with a capability of generating late fees to your customers if they're late. You can either leave that on or disable, so there's no late fees. Or if you are keeping it on, we will able to select the type of the late fee, so it's a percentage, and you're charging it on the monthly payment amount instead of the current total due. So what's the difference is, let's say the financing is $200 per month. but their account balance is, or total due, let's say 600, so they missed 3 payments, for example. So it will ask you how you're going to charge that percentage on. Is it the $200 or the $600? Is it the monthly due or the actual total due? So let's be a little bit lenient on this customer and go by monthly payment amount. You give them 5 business days or 5 days of a grace period. You charge them 10% with, let's say, $50 max. Here you can add your service fees, and you do not have to enter them every single time. In a different video, as I said, we will go through showing you how you can input those values so they're available for you every time, just to save you time when setting up accounts. So let's say document fees is at $250. It's taxable and included in the loan. Credit, let's say you're giving them a first-time buyer credit for $1,250 off, and you can specify, you tell the system where you want to apply this credit to. Once all that is done, you can click on preview payment information, which will give you a breakout of all the payments that be required from this customer until the last payment date, which will obviously have the tax and the interest included. So if everything looks good, you can click on create account. It will give you one final revision of the data you entered in. If everything is good, you click on create account. So in a few seconds, the system will generate the account, and what will happen here is it will give you an account number and an account PIN. You would use the account number, you would provide the account number and the PIN to your customer, and by the way, it also sends them an email with that information. They will use those 2 numbers to go when they go to your website and submit a payment or process a payment to their account. So we just need to write these down, and then we can use them later on. So once that is done, you can click on go to account, and here it will provide you with what you have inputted in the system. The first section is the summary. So here's the account number, the PIN, in case they ask you about it or ask you for it. We'll give you a quick status of the account. It's past due. If you remember, we have put in that the agreement is a $2,000 down payment. The guy paid $1,500, and he's deferred a $500. So technically his account is past due for $500. So the current due of the payment, which is going to come up in the first month, is $350.14 plus the $500 balance forward. It will equal to this, and the system will always generate a payoff amount every day. So whenever a customer calls in and says, hey, I want to pay off my account, what do I owe you? You just look up here. It will calculate the taxes or the interest that has occurred up to this moment, plus any fees, anything like that, and will provide you with a final amount that they can pay off and zero down their balance. So yeah, that's it. Those are the information, and you can see they're all grayed out, or most of them, because you cannot modify them after the account has been set up, except for the lien holder and the late fee settings. If you need to, for whatever reason, you can click on cancel account, and you'll be able to, after verifying that you are really canceling the account, it will render it invalid, and then you'll be able to create another one. One of the important things that the system generates that helps in speeding things up on your side is the bill of sale. Instead of generating your own, you can click here on and print the bill of sale, which will gather all the information you have for this account and generate a PDF that summarizes the bill of sale for you. So here you look at the PDF, you can see that all the information we have put in: the stock number for the vehicle, the seller information, the buyer, the co-buyer, the vehicle itself, any trade-ins, lien holders, and the purchase settlement. We'll give you a final breakdown of the numbers, and since this one was financed, you'll have the X here checked, telling you that this is being financed. And here we have a basic standard terms and conditions. all the way down to the signature area. So all you have to do, print it out, present it to your customer, they can sign it and be done with that. Other sections of the accounts page are the payment plan. Here is a breakout of all the payments, but this time it's more details. So the orange line is the one that is coming due. So we are on the 13th of October right now, and so 11/10 is the next payment due. It will tell you that this is a monthly payment. He's past due 500 because of that down payment, the deferred down payment. So he needs to pay by the 10th of November, $855.14. So because he hasn't paid yet here, technically there's a $16.25 interest that has occurred on this payment, and this is his final balance as of today. Payments applied, he will give you a list of all the payments that have been applied to this account. So here we have the $1,500 that we applied as a down payment that's already been recorded. You can process credit card payments in here if you want, or you can simply register a payment that you have received in a different means. Fees applied, you can see what are the fees that we already have put into this account, the document fees, or you can add more fees, or you can delete the fees from here. So for a quick example, if let's say I'm gonna charge them another fee of $55, and it's just another kind of fees, testing purposes, click on submit fee, and the fee has been added to their account. So if I go back to payment plan, you'll notice that the fee that we have entered here has been recorded on the 10/13. So that increased their past due for the next May payment to $555, which increased the total due. Credits applied is the credits that we gave the account, the $12.50 for example. For this one you can add and remove. Account transactions is a history and an audit trail of every penny that comes in or out of this account. So here it tells you that we started at the $9,586. A deposit was applied to this account. The trade-in that came in, he owed $500, but it was appraised to $2,750. There was a fee, a credit, a down payment, and another fee. So anything you put in here gets recorded. Same thing if you remove a fee. So if I go back to the fee and I delete the one that I created for testing purposes, I hit yes. I go back to account transaction, you will see here that the fee was added, but also it was reversed. So the fee was reversed, and the ID of the fee and the amount, putting the account back to what it was. So after all that is done, basically that's your account in the system. Then the system will keep an eye on it, create any fees and anything like that. Okay, next we are going to show you how online payments work and how it relates back to this account. So as we said, we have the account number here and the PIN number, which you will be providing to your customer for them to be able to perform payments on your website. So to go to your website, you can click on Preview Dealership, which is the website that we provide. Here are all your vehicles that you have in. So since we have online payments turned on, a pay online link is visible at that header here at the top. So your customer will go in and click on Pay Online, and they will put in the account number that we just created, and the PIN number is 1569. And they click on Look Up Account. You can see here that this is a summary of their own account. So they have a $500 due or past due. Their payment that is coming up is $355.14. There are no tax, fees, or credits for this payment. So the total due is $855.14. And we'll ask them here how much you want to pay, $500 or the full amount or a different amount. So for testing purposes, I'm gonna let's pay the whole amount that is due. So we're gonna just simply create or input a test credit card information, and this is a test credit card, so it's not the real payment happening in the back end. So after they click on review payment, the payment review comes up here, giving them a final review of what they're going to be doing. This is the account number, that's how much they're paying, which is the same, which is the total due, the address, and the credit card they're using. If everything looks good, they click on submit payment, and then finally a confirmation number gets printed out and also gets emailed to the customer. So if I go back to the accounts here and I refresh it, you'll notice that the account has turned from past overdue to, or past due, to account current because the payment have came in. I go to payment plan, I see that the amount has been paid because we paid $1,500 plus the what was due, and you can see here that the guy is no longer due anything. We go to payments applied, and over here you'll see that the payment has been recorded to the system. Since this is an online and a credit card payment, you have the ability here to refund. So whatever reason they come and say, hey, we paid way too much, can you please refund me the remaining, you can click on the $ here and we'll ask you, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a full refund or a partial? So let's say we want to refund a $50 because it was requested by the customer. Click on process refund. Are you sure? Yes. And the refund has been applied. So now the payment is $805. In a few days their credit card will have a $50 returned to it. And if I go to account transactions, I can see what we did. So the last thing we did was the customer paid the $855. It is by the customer, but we reversed or refunded a partial of that payment of $50. And all that is recorded. Customer activity, if at any point the customer wants to dispute or wants to show you that, hey, we got an error, or whatever they did, basically gets recorded in the customer activity. So you can come here and be able to see what they actually did. So here it tells you that they attempted to process the $855 payment. The charge was successfully occurred on Stripe, and it was successfully recorded to the system. So this gives you an audit trail of the customer activity specifically, in addition to the account transactions. So this is it. Here we were able to, in this video, we were able to show you how to create a new account, create the customers, fill out the information for financing, all the dollar amounts, we're able to put them in there. We also showed you how an online payment occurred, how we were able to how a customer would log into your website and perform a online payment, all that, and also showed you how that online payment is recorded into your system, which also will be recorded into your Stripe account, which in whatever number of days Stripe takes to process a payout will send you that money straight to your account, minus any fees, obviously. So thank you for watching, and hope to you see or watch our other videos for other features in the system.